kilowatt 8. Mike, Sierra, Foxtrot. My name is Marshall, and I'm in Ohio. Over.
Roger, roger there. Mike, is that the Roger?
Roger there. Mike, is that the Roger?
Marshall, M-A-R-S-H-A-L-L. Over.
Roger, Marshall, and whereabouts are you located?
Roger, Marshall, and whereabouts are you located?
I am in a town called Ashland, Ohio. I'm about halfway between Cleveland and Columbus on I-71. Over.
Roger that, Marshall, and what radio are you running today?
Roger that, Marshall, and what radio are you running today?
I am using an older Kenwood TS-590. It was my father's, and I'm kind of new to him. I think I got it set up okay, but I'll let you tell me that. Over.
Looks good to me. Looks good to me. I would think that, one would be hard-pressed to get a better signal. Maybe just, my personal thing, just a little more top-end for articulation, maybe a couple of clicks of treble boost, just for articulation on bad days when you're in a group of 10,000 people trying to reach out and touch the same guy. You want the little edge there, so, with just a little more treble EQ, you have given yourself a little more cut, a little more bite. But other than that, get the Gorilla Tape out and taper down, Roger.
But other than that, get the Gorilla Tape out and taper down, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I'm running barefoot right now. I have an amp. Would you like me to go ahead and turn that on and see what that does?
Oh, please. I'm copying you real well on my PA-SDR, but I never turn down somebody offering some extra watts, Roger.
Somebody offering some extra watts, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I got the amp on now. The amp is a American AL8, and Roger.
Yes, sir. I just went to my local antenna, which is a highly modified FT990. I usually run a 7300, but for the past couple of weeks, I've been running the FT9, my older highly modified FT990, just to keep the cobwebs out of it. Roger.
Roger, Roger. A lot of that doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, I'm a new ham. I'm still getting used to all the equipment, the jargon and stuff. But it sounds like equipment and the jargon and stuff. But it sounds like a really nice setup. You're coming in here 5.9 plus 20, so you're doing something real well. Over.
Yes, sir. Now, I come back to my PA-SDR, which I've got the best signal on you, and maybe we could run through a couple of things and just check what we got there. That radio is an older radio. It's got a fixed transmit bandwidth. Is that a Roger?
Older radio, it's got a fixed transmit bandwidth. Is that a Roger?
I believe it's actually something you can set. I think I've currently got it set at 200 on the low side and 28 or 2900 on the high side. Over.
Roger that. You could go, we're looking for 100 to 2900. That's what we suggest that you run, 100 to 2900, and then we handle the rest in EQ. So usually when you do a 20, when you do a 200, you're talking about 2700 usually. So what we would be looking for would be a 100 to 2900. Yeah, you might check a note on that if you want, just to verify what you're actually in, Roger.
Just to verify what you're actually in, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I will double check that. Do you want me to do that right now? I'm not sure where it's at in the menu. I have to dig a little bit. It's been a while, but it wouldn't take me long to find it. Over.
Yes, sir. It's in settings. In settings, those two cross tools, and transmit in sideband and TVW, and you would maybe have 2 or 3 selections there, and what we would be looking for would be that 100 to 2900.
Looking for would be that 100 to 2900.
Alrighty, I'm thumbing through it right now. I'm not seeing it right off the top here, but I know I did. I've heard you on here before, and I believe I set it to that. I might have not gone all the way to 29. I might set it to 28. I can't remember, but I'll keep looking for it. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, 100 to 2900 is the best that transmitter is going to be, because then it gives you just a slice of daylight on the upper end before you enter somebody else's conversation, you know. 100 to 2900 gives you just that slice of daylight before you pop into somebody else's conversation, Roger.
Pop into somebody else's conversation, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I did find it. It's set to 200 to 2900. I will change that to 100. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You need a little more bottom end. You're kind of shallow on that, so let's see what that goes, how that goes, Roger. So here comes 100 to 2900.
How that goes, Roger. So here comes 100 to 2900.
Correct. I just made the correction. It's now 100 to 2900. Hopefully there's a difference there. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Now move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the word audio, just say it, don't stress it, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running mid-scale or 7. Actually, 2/3 or 7, depending on which one comes first. 2/3 or number 7 on that ALC meter, Roger.
Number 7 on that ALC meter, Roger.
Alrighty, I got, when I push the mic gain, I got prod and carrier. Which one would you like?
Proc, well, let's see here. ALC, you should have a meter that shows you your ALC level, and just adjust your mic level until your ALC meter runs 2/3 or 7. Roger?
The meter runs 2/3 or 7. Roger.
Roger, Roger. Okay, there we go. It is prod. There's the ALC. It's peeking out a little bit, so I'm going to back it down. Right there is about 2/3. Over.
Yes, sir. Now, you sound a little warm in the mid-range. We might look at your equalization just a little bit, see if you've got that mid-range cranked up a little bit. We should be flat on that mid-tone control. The whole idea behind the equalizer is to strike a balance from the top to the mids and the bottom to the mids. And if you push the mids, you can't, it's hard to get a strike a balance between the top and the bottom. So we suggest that you keep the mid-range flat, Roger.
We suggest that you keep the mid-range flat, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I'm using a preset. I don't know that this actually has individual settings, like say I have an FT100 that has individual parametrics. This just has like presets as far as I know, and I've just got one of the presets in there. Let me see if I can find them. Over.
All right, you might run through those and we'll listen.
All right, you might run through those and we'll listen.
Alrighty, this is no transmit EQ whatsoever. Over.
All righty.
Alrighty.
And let's see, there's the first, well, hang on. This is their first transmit setting. This is called H61, Hotel 61. I don't know what it's doing. It's a preset. That's all I can tell you about it. Over.
Yes, sir. Real mid-range, just like a telephone almost.
Yes, sir. Real mid-range, just like a telephone almost.
Alrighty, and here is H62. This is the next one up. Hopefully it's better then. I think this is what I had it set on for. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, your top end's coming up a little bit.
Yes, sir. Okay, your top end's coming up a little bit.
This one is called Frank Papa FP. Again, not sure what this is for. I think it's described in the manual. I don't remember exactly what it said, though. Over.
Alrighty, and how many more do you have?
Alrighty, and how many more do you have?
Two, I think. There's a couple with numbers. Here is 661, 661, and here is 662. Over.
662 sounds pretty good. Why don't you use 662 and tell me about your antenna system?
Use 662 and tell me about your antenna system.
Alrighty, 662 it is. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate this very much. I am running an inverted V, 40-meter inverted V, about 35 feet up. It's coil loaded on the end, so I can do the upper part of 80 meter or 75 meter. I've had it up for a couple of years. Do fairly well with it. I've worked Australia and Hawaii and Alaska with it. Very basic and seems to do the job. Over.
Roger, Roger. Now, why don't you pull off mic about 2 additional inches from where you were, and let me hear you.
Like about 2 additional inches from where you were, and let me hear you.
All right, I'm backed off the mic a couple of inches. The ALC went down quite a bit, but I'm backed off the mic a little bit. Does that sound better? Over.
Yes, sir. You're rolling off a little bit of your bottom end and being replaced by more top end. But go back and reset your ALC level, Roger. Roger.
Go back and reset your ALC level, Roger. Roger.
Roger, Roger. Just give me a second here. Over.
Roger.
All right, bringing it back up a little bit. There's about 2/3 on the ALC, and I'm about 2.5, 3 inches away from the mic. Over.
Roger, Roger. Why don't you, at your leisure, consult your book to see if you might have some freestanding equalization patterns. You still need just a little more top, what I would look at is maybe a 3 clicks additional treble boost from where you are, just to get your articulation up. And if you have individual controls, I would make sure that that treble control is flat or off, and then we could take care of the bottom end, also. Just if you have anything other than just those presets, Roger.
Anything other than just those presets, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I don't think there were, but it's been a while since I looked at the manual. I've just been using some presets. I will take a look at that and see if I can bump the top end up. You said like 3 clicks? Three clicks on it? Over?
Yeah, it's treble EQ, push 3 clicks from where it is.
Yeah, it's treble EQ, push 3 clicks from where it is.
Alrighty, you don't want me to do that right this second to go poking through the manual, do you? Oh.
No, just a note to increase your treble level by a couple of 2 or 3 clicks. 3 clicks, treble boost from where you are, Roger.
3 clicks, treble boost from where you are, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I will look into that. Other than that, it's sounding okay.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Get the Gorilla tape it down if you want to hear it. If you go to YouTube and do a call and a search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
Series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
All right, let me see if I got that right. KC9KCV, and it's called My Book. And what was the number associated with that?
All right, let me give it to you again. Kilo, Charlie, 9, Victor, Kilo, Victor, followed by the word logbook. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search will take you to this recording, and it'll be cut number 1. Roger.
Take you to this recording, and it'll be cut number 1. Roger.
Roger, Roger. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Charlie Victor. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. This has been very educational. I will continue to pursue that. Thank you much. Over.
Yes, sir, and keep working that mic just like that. And you might keep your ALC meter out where you can gander upon it as you talk amongst your friends and neighbors. You don't have much to do else as you're talking, and try to keep that meter right in the sweet spot there of 2/3. So just to hold that meter out so you can do that, and over a period of a couple of weeks, you'll develop a relationship between you and that meter that you can just keep it in that sweet spot just with your voice, Roger.
Keep it in that sweet spot just with your voice, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Practice makes perfect. I appreciate the info very much. Kilo 8, Mike Sierra Foxtrot for identification. I appreciate your time today, sir. Thank you very much. I understand you're looking to go fishing, so I'll be good on your final. Over.
Hey, Roger, Roger. Well, let me say 73 up that way, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and again, if you get a chance to join us next Friday, we would love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. Got room for one more, or we are going fishing, so if you have a radio that you want to check out, give me a shout.